Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back to this interview. Don't forget to follow us on our socials, Twitter and Instagram at this interview, and subscribe to the channel as we push towards 500. Bit of a different video today. It's sort of the time of year where the Premier League clubs announce who they're going to be releasing and players which won't be renewing contracts. So I thought I'd just take a little look at sort of players which Saints could go after from teams who have released them this season. So let's get into it. I think start looking off at teams like Arsenal. They're always going to have players that aren't going to work out, but I think one we could go in for is potentially Danny Welbeck. Wages could be a bit of an issue here. Being at Arsenal, Welbeck be on high wages, so it's whether it's an ambitious one, but it's whether he'd want to cut his losses sort of thing to come to us. But I think he's a player which we could attract, and if wages weren't a problem, then we could get him. Another one at Arsenal, Stefan Litziner. He didn't have the greatest season at Arsenal. Again, wages will be high. But yeah, cover for Jan Valery when he's injured, or can even play in centre back at times. So I think maybe he could be one that looks for, but he may go back to Italy. So I'll be interested to see how that goes. But looking at other players, it's a difficult one really. People have been talking about someone like Gary Cahill from Chelsea. Obviously really experienced. Been around the block. Didn't play much for Chelsea last year, but would be a centre back. I'd be happy with it if we signed him, but I wouldn't be confident with him playing like every week due to him being well into his 30s now. He sort of have a similar role to Yoshida and Jesserim, so you don't think you really need both sort of leadership role. I think it's going to be interesting to see how it goes in terms of that one, but I don't know if it's worth it or not. Another uninteresting one is Jason Punchin. He obviously used to be at the club for quite a while in the Championship and even in the Premier League for a little while before moving to Palace. He's been released by them. I don't know whether we'd go for him because that's sort of an area of the field where we're quite strong generally with Ward-Prowse, Romeu, Lamina. But he's an interesting one which could potentially pop up if needed. Looking at players like for Everton now, there's a lot of their players have been released, like Phil Jagielka, Leighton Baines, Ashley Williams. I think Leighton Baines is a no-go really. We've got plenty of cover at left back. Jagielka, again, similar to Cahill, getting on a bit, not really the sort of player we go for. Ashley Williams, I was impressed with him at Swansea, but since he's come to Everton, he's just not been the same, and something's been a bit wrong. Looking at Leicester now, they've got a few little players which I'm interested in, maybe. Shinji Okazaki and Danny Simpson. I think again right back cover for Jan Valery. Danny Simpson obviously won the league with Leicester, so he's got experience of winning trophies and stuff. Could be an interesting one to go for if we can't sort of force a player out. And Okazaki could be a good striking option. It looks like Austin and Gallagher will probably be off, but need a main striker really. So maybe he's not the one to go for. Again, looking to Liverpool, Daniel Sturridge, but again the wages will be a problem here. He's going to be on extraordinary wages. Going to be hard to get. Whether he wants to cut his losses, like we said about Welbeck, I think he could be maybe an interesting one, but that's going to be hard to get. If I'm honest. Manchester United. There's a few which could be of interest. The main one being Antonio Valencia, again another right back, experienced right back. Wages will probably be an issue again. I think we could get him, but again, we'd have to cut his wages quite a bit, and he'd be playing as sort of second fiddle to Valery, I would have thought, given how he's getting on a little bit now. I think Tottenham's one where we could potentially look to go. Fernando Llorente obviously did pretty well for them actually, so I'm a little bit surprised that he's been released by them. I don't think wages would be too much of a problem here because Tottenham would have been playing in ridiculous amounts, so I think he really could be an option. I liked him. He scored a crucial goal against City in the Champions League. I think he could be really one to go for. I think a lot of fans would take that. We like getting the ball into the box, and he's good at heading the box, good at penalties. I'd be tempted to go for him. It's no risk. It's only the wages which is the problem because it's obviously free. Watford, Miguel Britos, again the defender. I think, given he's been being released by Watford, no disrespect to Watford fans, but given that he's being released by Watford, it does sort of give the hint that he's not that good. So I wouldn't really be going there. West Ham have got a couple which I may be interested in. Andy Carroll, again another striker, injury prone. Wages may again be an issue, but whether we'd be prepared to sort of cut the wages a little bit. That would be interesting to see. Samuel Nasri as well, but I wouldn't go near him. He's been banned obviously recently and came back to West Ham for half a year, and he's just been all over the place if I'm honest. So I wouldn't probably go anywhere near him if I'm honest. I think out of all of them, look, in summary, probably Llorente and Danny Simpson are the two which maybe Saints will make a move for. Both very really experienced players, but not too old, so they've still got a lot to offer Saints, and I think it's two positions which we do need to strengthen in. So it'll be interesting to see if we can or do go for any of these moves in the coming weeks, as it won't be any sort of risk as the players are going to be for free. So yeah, that's all for the day today, guys. Don't forget to check out Dan's reaction video to the fixture released today, where of course we'll be heading to Burnley and Turf Moor on the opening day of the season, having played them last season at St Mary's on the first game. He runs you down sort of like the games to look out for against the top six, like any key games like Bournemouth and stuff like that, as well as who we'll finish the season against. So don't forget to check that one out, as well as us announcing the signing of Moussa Djenepo from Stade Liège on a 4-year deal. We've got a reaction video out on that soon. It might even be out by the time you watch this, so keep tuned throughout the summer because we're going to have plenty of content out regularly. Keep you guys interested and get ready for next season. Help us along also to subscribe as we push towards 500 subscribers, and also don't forget to like our Twitter and share our Twitter at this interview on Instagram as well. Thank you guys. Cheers.